Hi, everybody. Friday, 17th. Yeah, 17th of April. Still feels like winter. I'm going to tell you a warm story, though, today, okay? When my father was in the military, he was in World War II, flew 18 missions in a ball turret of a B 24 over Italy, comes home. He wanted, after he had a wife and started a family, he wanted a boat. More than anything, he wanted a boat. So, first boat he had was, I was a kid, he was 16 footer, South North Boat Club. South North Boat Club might have been his sixth child, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm not sure. For a while there, I think he was married more to the boat club than he was to Merlin. But in any case, God, he lived and breathed for Sundays, going out on a boat. Every once in a while, he'd get a couple of, he'd get a little schnookered and take the boat out in the harbor after work. But it started with a 16 footer. And he would be passionate about it. In the spring, all the barnacles were scraped. We were all put to work with scrapers and paint brushes for whatever we could do. And after the 16 footer and a 25 horse Evinrude, then he upgraded to the Grady White. The Grady White was like the second coming of white bread or whatever. That boat was beautiful. It was his first new boat, and it was with a 40 horse Johnson on it, on the back, and oh God, that made his day. And it was like 18, 19 foot, something like that. We'd go out to Cockini every Sunday. So our Sunday mornings would start with, music from the 60s, WICC. It was always playing on the radio, WICC. And my mother would make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and my mother hated the water. And but she went. I mean, everybody's got a fear of something, but she went out there with us and everything. And sometimes we'd take my father literally 2 trips in an 18-foot Grady White from the South North Boat Club out to Cockini, drop stuff off, back to the South North Boat Club, pick the rest of us up, the styrofoam surfboards and everything else. And if 4 of them went out to the island, I guarantee only 2 returned. Because anyhow, so the food, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, jugs of Kool-Aid, dad cooler full of beer for dad and Ferdy. We would meet the Gotchans out on Cockini, and the water was clean, and there wasn't a million boats on the water, and everybody knew each other, and these were all veterans of World War II, and they were proud of their boats, 16 foot, 12 foot, 25 foot. 25 foot back then would have been a big friggin' boat. Now it's just a dinghy. My brother Matthew just sold his boat, I think 41 foot, something like that, and with twin 454s in it, and bought another boat down in Jersey, but can't bring it up yet. But Matthew is the boater in the family that followed Dad. Matthew loves the water, loves the boating, and summers, and there was, except when the thunderstorms rolled in on a Sunday, and then Dad had to scurry to get us in before the lightning and the thunder hit, and we were stranded on the island. But I could talk about Cockini and Sundays forever. They were great memories. First thing Dad did after he got us off all the island and the anchor in, he would go back in the water and show us a dive or two. Oh, front flip, back flip, and there's plenty of that on film. 8 millimeter, and he would get out there and he'd wash the boat off, And there were times he had too many Ballantine ales or Budweisers or whatever the hell, Schlitz back then. I think he was drinking. He'd fall asleep or he wouldn't pay attention, and the tide would go out, and the boat was sitting there. And then we knew we were stuck there all day because goddamn boat had no water under it. Few and far between, but I remember it. I remember that happening, but. There are no bad memories of summers back then. They were simple. They were fun. They seemed warm, clean, easy to deal with, stress-free. You looked forward to a Sunday on Cockini Island. And boy, Dad always provided that, and Mom was in the co-pilot seat on the way in and out. And then once in a while, we even got to drive the boat, which was a pretty big freaking deal. So more boat stories to come. Please give me one of these. Please subscribe. I'm trying to figure this out again, but peace, love, soul. Thank you.